Okay. So we're coming on a little over or a little under a year, 360 days. So it's like 347 days in game. Now, again, remember a day is like 20 minutes, and that's if, that's sleeping, running for your bed and sleeping, which is what we generally do, right? Unless we're underground or something. But I am absolutely thrilled. This is an overview of my space. I'll kind of use this free cam just to show the outside. This is a little dock. Again, I'll put the link to the tutorial in the description, but I love it. I did put some little flower boxes on there and kind of shifted it up a little bit. But I do really love this dock. I have added in this animal enclosure. I made the sheep and the cows a little bit bigger. Um, but yeah, I found a bunch of books, so I didn't have to go into leather harvesting mode. So far this space works perfectly fine. Other than that, I would like to add some pigs in simply because they're adorable. So I may extend it out somehow, or maybe back behind the horse. I'm not sure. I'm going to see what I can do to get some pigs in there. I'll come back to this. This is my most recent addition. I love it so much. It's like a garden room or Three Seasons porch. This was the original entryway. I still have more. I want to clean up the top part and put, up here I put a lot of plants and trees hanging, and I'll probably put some more like vines and stuff here. I want to do the same thing here to up at the top here, and put some more kind of things that are draping and vines and leaves and stuff like that. So I do want to still do that. Up here at the top, I have my outside garden. Right now, I'm ramping up my potato supply because I like taking baked potatoes. And so right now but eventually I'll go back to having some of everything planted. It's just right now, that's what I'm doing. You can see there's an extra chimney. I'll show you where that leads in a minute. This is the chimney that's in my bedroom. This is the first thing I built up and out of here to get me up at the top so I could put this greenhouse in. And the greenhouse is starting to get grown and looks good in there. We'll look at that again in a second. But yeah, that is where things stand on the outside. Now let me see if I can, there we go. Woohoo. Let's go in. Let's go into the OG part first. So this is where I first start. I love these flower boxes. I have to turn this on. I kind of like not having to see it, but this is from Another Furniture. I love these flower boxes. The door is from Chipped. I love the Chip app. So I think of this as, so I've just kind of reorganized. This is my planning section. I've got the, crafting table there. And this is sort of where I'm making plans for what I am making. Over here, I've just added this because I've started to do some cooking. So this is the cooking pot. I also have this cooking pot from Croptopia. I don't quite know how to use that yet, but I did make some hot cocoa, which it's like drinking milk, and takes away harmful effects. So I've made some of those. So I'm just starting. I love this little stove. The little pot has to go on top of a campfire or stove so that it will heat it, and then you can use this to make things. Look at, there's all kinds of foods right now. Obviously, I'll get more as I make things and do all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited about that. But I'm just starting that. I made kind of a little wooden refrigerator. I have things that are ready to eat. Now, some of these you can eat too, but I'm assuming I can make some stuff. So these are like more ingredients down here. And I think of those as some cookbooks and things like that. and then of course some water for when I inevitably burn things. So I would like to kind of make a flue going up there, because I don't, that way we're not having condensation. But I haven't gotten around to that yet. So that's a little cooking area. Then of course I have all my storage, which you've seen. I am a bit keen on storage and signs saying what is in the storage. So I quite love that. I have taken the terracotta that I have and put it down because I wanted to see it. I'm not sure if I'll leave this or not, but for right now I'm enjoying it. I have the blast furnace and a regular furnace, and this is all kind of smelting things. I've got finished wood, finished like miscellaneous things. I have cut wood and cut stone. I have different kind of random colored kite blocks. And I went and found a mine area, and this is going to be kind of miscellaneous. I have special things like from lush caves and glowing caves. I have trees, saplings, and their leaves. I have dirt and sand and clay and mud and gravel. And miscellaneous plants. I'm going to have to get another for this, I'm sure. Then I split my wood into kind of colored wood and more browns and natural woods, just because I was running out of room. I have stone blocks, miscellaneous, and I also have cobbled. So that has cobble deep slate, cobble, and mossy cobble. This is kind of wool. This is bookmaking, like leather and things to make books. It's a little bit of a mix, but it makes sense to me. Miscellaneous tools here, and then we already talked about that. So, and then back here in this corner, I have 2 cauldrons, and my sister told me how to set up. So up above these 2 blocks is lava, and so then it slowly drips in here. I don't have one on me, but I can scoop up. Instead of using coal, let's see, I think this one might be up to, yeah. Instead of using coal, I can run over here, grab some lava, and pop it in here instead of coal. So that is handy dandy. I quite like that little addition there. So, and then over here, like, I had to make room for my kitchen. So I have my chipped table over here and my wood, kind of block cutting. Because of the chipped, I don't use this as much. I'm not entirely sure why I would use either of these. Mostly so far I've been able to do these. Most things here on the chipped table. I did stick another crafting table tucked back there. I may tuck it actually in here, because sometimes I'm just right here and I need to quick make something and I don't want to run all the way over there. In fact, let's see, because it's a little awkward. I'm not going to be able to get it out. Let's put this back because I like this there. And then I'm thinking I could, there we go. So this is all kind of workbenchy stuff. So again, not my favorite. I may try to shove this wall back all the way. I should be able to, but then I'd have to move all of these, and that would be a pain in the butt. So I'm not really willing to do that. This works just fine. So that's what we have there. And then this was my original living space. It's not really changed. I have put a lot of secret doors in. I have the secret door that goes to the nether portal behind these bookshelves. I have a secret door here. I love this room, that goes down to my enchanting room. There's also a secret door in my enchanting room I will show you in a minute. And there's a secret door right here that goes to another space. Those are new. And then what you've already seen as well, but I just want to include everything. I have put lanterns up now instead of torches. not in here, but in there. So my greenhouse is definitely starting to grow. Vines are coming down nicely. Glowberries are starting to blossom. Um, Again, eventually I want there to be miscellaneous in here, but for the moment, this keeps growing on my barrel. For the moment, and I do want still to find a beehive to stick up there, but there's not bees around me. That she wants to sneak out. I'm not going to go that way. Sorry, little one. So then out here is this little chimney that leads to the place I'll show you in a minute. And obviously my area for all my crops. Again, I found recently pineapples. That was exciting. I'm so excited when I find new things. I don't know why this came on. I don't know what happened there, but anyways, I quite like this. It's beautiful. We won't disturb my little friend there. I want to do something over here on this side. I just don't know yet what. Whoops, I went down the wrong way, but that's all right. And that takes us back down to my front. Now, I was thinking that, hey, you know, I have that spot with the animals. I have this main spot, but I have this whole in-between space, which is quite a big area. So I just started to dig it out to see how much room I would have. Again, I have some boxes. These are a little bit wider. And I have a chair sitting out here. I'll probably do a little bit more, but it's a perfect viewpoint. And I glassed it all in here so that I can see even at night and enjoy the night, not be attacked by zombies, which is wonderful. You can hear the chickens because they are right there, laying lots of eggs. All the animals are there. But in my, when I went and found the mine shaft, it took me to a big lush cave area and I caught an axolotl. So I was so excited that I had a bucket with me and was able to catch it. So I built, this is 3 blocks deep of water and then places on the ground. And then I can open this up to throw fish in for her, which I've done. I love this. Like I can literally sit here and watch her swimming around. These lights are copper bulbs that I found in a ritual chamber building. I stayed on the outside edges, and a lot of these were on the edges, and I took them. You have to just put a redstone torch or something under it to activate it, but once they're activated, they stay activated, and I think until you break them. But I put those down there to light it up. So I love this room. It's kind of like a, you know, 3 Seasons porch or that type of thing. So love it, love it, love it. I wouldn't mind maybe putting like a little fireplace right here. That would be kind of nice, but I'm not in any rush to do so. So this just goes into my workstation this way. But then this way, I added this room, and I made, you know, a library study. Like, look at this. I can literally sit in this chair. I finally made brick, which I love. I made a little brick fireplace in my study. These are all doors so that I don't have to, and I put the cartographer here, but these are all doors so that I don't have to waste books in making bookshelves. I think I have a building of this and you've probably seen it. Using the dead bush in a pot with the leaves on top of it makes such a great, but the pine, I just recently found pine is about my favorite because you can see the branches in it. I keep changing that out. That's kind of strange, but I liked the green. So yeah, so I made this real, and this is all, this texturing is all from chipped. And I put some of the pine planks in like a rug, and that's the, I like things that shut the door behind me. So yeah, this is, you know, my library and study. But then what I did is I figured, okay, but I still have more space back behind there. So this one, which carry has sort of my little magical stuff, well, this might move into one of these sub rooms. But and just like oddities here, I can come in here and I have made secret rooms. I just set this one up. I don't know anything about making potions, but I have a crafting table. I have two storage areas for like glass. I'm going to make glass bottles to put in there and then finish potions. Again, I've never brewed anything, so I know nothing about it. It's something I'll have to figure out. But this is here to do. It's quite small, but you know, the next room is even smaller, but still, it's a good space just for what I need here. Then I don't have this here because I don't want this opening all the time because there's nothing in here. So this is literally just a small empty room with a cupboard in there until I decide what I might just need a little room for. So, because I could go to that point. I also put recessed lanterns in so that I could run and not have torches. And then when you take this around here, it leads to the enchanting room, which you can't even see. These are actual bookcases. This is a bookcase door from the chipped. Love it. And then these two I keep lapis, and I want to, do I have 30 yet? Oh, I'm so close to 30. And then books down here. Again, those will fill up as I go. But I love this little room because I thought, well, I could move this once I made the potion one, but I just really love this. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Oops. And then I could make a door. This room, I think, goes as deep as it can go. I need to check that because it seems like, let's see, 1, 2, yeah, that's as deep as it can go because then here's the edge. But still, I think I could use this for something. I'll figure out something, anything magical related. I may just put cupboards in here and put like magical related stuff. I don't know, but this would be the next thing I try to conquer is potion brewing. So yeah, behind. Now these don't, like right now, I mean you can go behind here and I guess I could I take these out? Yeah, so then you can go all back here. This right here just leads into my workroom and that just leads into the out there. But I mean if I wanted to put some treasure chests back here or something I could. But then these are all cupboards that I can eventually use other than the cartographer table. So yeah, I am really pleased with this room as well, and absolutely love. I just love my house. Like literally, even before I built this, when I'm usually coming in. I don't know why that's over there, to be honest. We'll more that out. You know, I'm usually coming back from like being in the cave. I like to go caving. And so I'm usually like caving, and then I'm coming around the corner, and I often see the lava flowing actually from the distance first, but then I see all of these, like if it was nighttime, it's so lit up, and it's the best feeling in the world. I don't think I have been this, other than, and I wouldn't even say, I would say Pandemic Animal Crossing was pretty close. Of a contented feeling of coming home, but I think this trumps any experience I've ever had of having my own, place that I've built from scratch, because you don't build your houses in Animal Crossing. So this has just been built from scratch, and it is so satisfying. I cannot, if you've never played Minecraft, I really recommend it. It's worth there is a learning curve. This is just a little, I put another little thing there. And this is just like a little, if I'm stuck out here, you can think of cutting up your fish here. I have, That's why I put pressure plates everywhere, because I don't like having to shut my door. Um, I have a barrel that looks supposed to look like fish here, and I keep my fishing rod here. I actually really like fishing in Minecraft. You can get magic books and other things besides fish, but it's quite, you don't really have to think too much. You can look away and do things and hear it if it goes. Pufferfish. I don't know if anybody knows what you do with pufferfish. You can't cook them, so I'm assuming you use them in some recipe. But anyways, that is just a tour at almost, okay, I think my pufferfish goes in here. Almost, what does it say I'm at? 346 days, in-game days. This is what home looks like. Again, this whole section, that one, this one. Oh, and then I do have, before I thought to do this, which I love that idea, I just had this here so that I could come into my study from my living space, which I do love as well. So I didn't take that away once I thought, oh, you know what? I could do this and have place for potions and other magic and enchanting, and I probably could make a room back here because this room ends here. So that means that I could dig this out into another room if I needed it. Again, I'm kind of keeping, I could put my nether gate there, but that would throw off the gate. I think if I pulled that up, it wouldn't connect back to the same place, and I already have that bunkered, so I think I'm just going to leave that alone. But this has all been in the last few days, not in-game days, but regular days. But I'm absolutely thrilled with it. Again, my plans, well, I have a plan. I found an ancient city. I'm going to go sneak around there with no clothes on, so that if I die, I don't lose anything. And you can't, there's nothing really to fight there. If the warden gets you, you're dead. So I want to go sneak around and do that. That's next on my list. I built a little cabin and stairs all the way down to it. But I want to finish this up here by just making it, and maybe add a little bit over here too. It's hard to see unless you get a little. I really like this, and in fact I want to tuck some more. I want to get some of I've got some vines that I can put on there too. I've got glowberries, some pine different branches. That tree was already up there, but I want to just add even a little bit more there, and then I want to do the same sort of thing up here, where there's just a little more greenery and things draping down. And then I'll feel pretty solid about where things are at. Now, I obviously have this wall. So we have this block, then this block, then this block. So where that is where the house ends. But there's still all of this space here. I could build something under. It'd be kind of cool to build like an observatory. Kind of how I did the roof of the greenhouse and the tower, but that you could lay in there and just see the stars. That would be kind of cool. I actually kind of like that idea. And maybe do what my sister did and put the fish there as well, because that's what my sister, the very first house that I built, when I first went into Minecraft, we went to her city that she built, and she had it like on the top of a pyramid or something in a building, this entire fish tank. And it was amazing. And it was not done in creative mode. It was done, bucket by bucket, like this one was. I have not put creative mode onto this world at all. This is just all survival mode. And so this is kind of inspired by her, but obviously I had to leave some air for the axolotl. It's been doing fine. It's been in there for quite a while. I've had no issues. I've put food in there. Not that I think they need food, but she enjoyed the food I put in there. But this one did start to grow some glows, but I accidentally cut it down when I got stuck in here. But so these should start to glow eventually. They'll grow the gold glowberries. But my goal is, so over here, I have expanded my map from running around, but here I built a cabin to the deep dark. So this will take me down directly to where I can enter the ancient city. I just stair stepped my way all the way to the top and built a little cabin around it. Just a very simple box around it, basically, so that I could go back. Because I was full of stuff at that point. I'm like, I am not going to lose all my stuff in the ancient city, so I can go back there. I have something here that I've marked to check out. It must be a giant mansion, but it looks like two I don't know what this is. So I want to check that out. And then I have another question mark over here. I don't believe I've been to this village. I found another village right here when I was in the mine shaft. And I came out of the mine shaft and found this village. But I don't think this looks like a village, although it looks like a different type of village. So anyways, I just want to check that out. So that's why those question marks are there. But yeah, I did push it forward a little bit. I'd like to push this out. I think this is where I entered in, right in this here. Right about here is where I entered in. Then I found the ancient city under here. Ooh, what is that? I haven't seen a cherry grove in this world. I need to go look at that, because I got to go here anyways. So yeah, I'll probably push this, run up here and push this chunk away, just so it's a little more clear. Found some underwater temples. I'm getting better at swimming, so eventually I'll try to go in there, but not right at the moment. Anyways, that is the state of things and my plans. There's always something to do, that's for sure. That I will say, like, if you're gonna just try Minecraft, let me put this fishing pole back. If you're just going to try, because I did it a couple ways, right? I would actually really recommend that you not go right into creative mode. That needs to get put away. I actually prefer survival mode. I do like creative mode for building elaborate things, 100%. There's no question. It's fun to do. So I'm glad that my Bedrock world has a creative side, and then I have a place that I don't turn creative on when I'm there. But there's something about, like, just because with creative mode you can just hit your thing. You can just get anything you want, right? You don't have to have any supplies. But everything in here is a supply that I have found and gathered, and some, of them I have died for, right? So there is a different satisfaction, because this has not even been on. There's also a mode called, what is that called? Peaceful, which is great. Again, if you don't want to have mobs attacking you, I don't know if you're hungry in peaceful. I can't remember. I think you're not hungry and peaceful, but you can get a mod to give you hunger. I would recommend doing that, because there's just no reason to, go find food and, get a food source and all those kinds of things. There's just no reason to do it if you don't get hungry and need to replenish your food. I don't know if I showed you this, but I did on my going out where I was at to find, and I found the ancient thing. I found a beautiful pine forest, and look at that. I love this. Makes knots in the wood. I love this. That's a new. I don't think I've gotten anything else new. I don't know how many trees there are, but I found that one and love it. I moved something so I could put it over here with these greens. But yeah, I just recommend needing food at least for a while, because then it gives you a reason to go out. It gives you a reason to find food. It's just, I don't know. I have done it creative. I've done it peaceful. and I've done it survival, and I love creative mode when you just want to build, but I have really enjoyed, this world right here. 347 days have been played entirely on survival mode, and I'm really glad that I did it. It's been a great experience to really experience Minecraft. I think a lot of people probably go into creative mode probably after they've played for a long time, where I went into it a little bit faster, and I would recommend going in survival mode first and just figuring and enjoying Minecraft, including being killed and all the things, and then and then going into creative mode. Anyways, this has just become a ramble, but I just wanted to. This is again my forever Java world. So this is not my Bedrock. This is Java. A list of all the mods and any tutorials I use, like for this or my greenhouse. I have down in the description box below. So thank you for taking a look at it with me.